My name is Daniela Conte, and I am the founder and president of the Daniela Conte Foundation. It's a foundation that my husband and I started last year after we lost our daughter Daniela to cancer. Daniela was a ray of sunshine. Always smiling, always happy. She was a big sister. She was our oldest. She was amazing. She was a perfect little kid. It was back in October of 2016 when Daniela, just out of the blue, started complaining about bellyache. She kept saying, "Mommy, mommy, my belly hurts, my belly hurts." I turned to my husband and I said, "This doesn't look good." And she just laid on the floor like a dead person, like she just couldn't get up. My husband says, "Danielle, where does it hurt?" Point to Daddy, where does it hurt? And she starts pointing to her belly. And my husband, who's in the medical field, with his bare hands felt her liver. And he said, "This does not look good." And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Her liver is enlarged." He's like, "We need to go to the emergency now." They immediately took tests. It took all night, obviously. PET scans, MRIs, everything. I was home back with my 3 other younger children. I didn't know what was going on at the time. Texted him, like, "What's going on?" And he said, "They're rushing us to Stony Brook now." And he said, "What do you mean?" He's like, the scans didn't look good. And he kind of knew at the time what was going on. He just didn't want to tell me and scare me because I was home with my 3 other kids. So they said, "You need to go to Stony Brook now in an ambulance." And I remember them pulling me into a very small conference room and they sat me down. I had my husband on the phone. He was on conference call and they said, "We're sorry to tell you, but your daughter has cancer." And I said, "What do you mean she has cancer?" I said, "You sure you have, the right child? This can't be my child." And they said, "No, the results came back as cancer, and it's a rhabdomyosarcoma, a cancer I've never heard of in my entire life." So when I was told that, no words, as a parent, you say to yourself, "This can't be happening, not my child, why?" They discussed what treatment protocols we had to do to, we didn't know where to begin. So I was actually on the phone with my husband and I said, "What do we need to do now to save her life? Let's do this. What do we have to do?" You just go on parent mode and you just do what you have to do. You follow doctor's orders. It was a year of intense chemo, and we were fortunate enough that we were actually able to do chemo as an outpatient at the clinic, so it's not like we had to be hospitalized back and forth, which was good. So I was the one that brought her back and forth to treatments, made sure she got what she needed. And that was all of 2017. She missed a whole year of kindergarten. They didn't think she was going to make it, because at that time the cancer had spread everywhere throughout her entire body. They said if you would have brought her in 2 days later, she would have been gone. We started chemo to see if it would work. She was on pain meds. It was brutal. Just seeing a child go through all of that is just, it's heartbreaking. So we did that, and we were actually in the hospital for 6 weeks. So when she was first admitted, we didn't come out of Stony Brook until the mid-November. We didn't think she was gonna come out of it. But she pulled through. As much as intense the chemo was, she taught us. She said, "Mom and Dad, I'm gonna fight this." And she did. We actually came home mid-November. She wasn't the same. Her hair started to fall out. She lost 40 pounds from the chemo, so she was thin as can be. We were glad to bring her home. The doctors told us what to do, what days to come back for the treatments, and we did it. We did it for an entire year. We just went along with the protocol, and it worked. November of 2017, we get MRI and PET scan results back. And I get a call from the doctors. And they said, "We're sorry to tell you this, but her cancer is back." And I said, "What do you mean her cancer is back?" And they said, "Her cancer is back, but it's worse than it was before." And I said, "What do you mean?" I said, "We just went through a whole year of treatments." I said, "Her scans were clear." They said, "We're sorry, it's back, but we have a plan." And the next steps were more chemo for relapsed rhabdomyosarcoma. But this time, she would have had to been hospitalized for the chemo because of the fluids that they would have had given her, the pre-meds, the steroids. So I said, let's do this. Let's do this again. We can beat this again. Telling a child that going back to the hospital was just, it was hard. You know, who would want to go back to a hospital again after going through a year of intense treatments? So we did it. We did it for a year. It was the hardest year from November 2017 up until August of 2018. It was brutal. We thought we had beaten it. And then we get a call in June of 2018, and they said, we got the results, and they said, "You're cancer-free." She beat this again for a second time. Just to hear those words, you know, I can remember just, you know, going to Daniela, we did this again. You know, we beat it. We beat the cancer. I'm so proud of you. You know, we don't have to go through this again. I'm so proud of you. It was like pure joy, screaming. I remember screaming down the hall, you know, that she beat this again. Just to see a smile on her face was pure joy that, you know, she had beaten this again a second time. She starts school. Here we are a month into school, and she goes for MRIs and PET scans again. As a protocol, you have to get treated every 3 months. October rolls around of 2019, and we get a call from the doctors, and they said, her cancer is back. Third time. But this time it's not all over. There's only 4 spots. So I said, okay, what are the next steps? What do we do? So there's many ways people can help. You can volunteer at one of our events that we have throughout the year. You can fundraise for us. You can donate any amount, even $1 goes a long way. There's so many ideas that people can help in the community, even if it's spreading awareness, you know, advocating for our children for better treatment options, you know, just we want people to know the facts and be aware.